not my skill set, nor do I want to learn it.
Sometimes, because I put up stuff which I kind of test in the wilderness. I don't know if I was the best one to teach them that. However, and although it was a really good when you said, I was like, oh,
the baby out with the bathwater.
I do know where that.
So for me, rather than doing something half-heartedly or like just half.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing, Miss Beckley? How are you doing?
It's always doing a wonderful day when I get a chance to co-host with the Queen Barbara Ellison.
Yeah. Let's just say, Mutual Admiration Society, but we will introduce ourselves first. Hi, welcome to the Time to Shine Happiness Show. We are number one, we are so excited to have you here. And whether you are watching live or whether you're coming onto the replay, you might be watching this a year from now. It is so exciting to have you here. So thanks for tuning in. I'm Barbara Ellison, founder of Total Wellness Playroom for the best version of your life. And one of the things that we talk about all the time is being the best version of you. So that's kind of where it starts, and that's what I'm all about. And so, Miss Beckley, how are you doing? Diamond Factor Network.
I'm being the best version of me.
Exactly.
See, this is the nice thing. And I kind of threw that in because before I introduce myself, that's topic we're going to talk a little bit about is networking and really pulling from each other. So I'm always pulling and learning and growing and just being elevated by Miss Queen Barbara Ellison. But my name is Barbara J. Beckley. I am a purpose and visibility strategist. And I want people to really understand their purpose. That you are awesome, that you are amazing. As you all know, I call women queens, I call the men kings, because we need to think of ourselves in that way first so we can grow and understand we are royalty. We do have something inside us that's important. And then from that point on, guess what? We got to be visible. People got to know who you are, right? We got a queen coming on, Queen Elizabeth coming on a little bit after we do our talk. And we're going to get to know that queen and understand what she gives to the world. I always tell people, we're all lighthouses to the world. Yes. We're all lighthouses to the world. Our light shines within us, and then you bring the people that are going to resonate with you and learn and grow and accelerate from you. So yeah.
And I think I love that you just said that, because so often for myself and the people that I work with, we get so caught up with the people that don't want what we want, don't want what we have to offer. And they get so bent out of shape that it's like, well, but they said no. Well, so what if they said no? You're not, that they're not part of your tribe, which is where networking comes in. You network with the people to find out who your tribe are. Yeah. It's like one of the things, like last year, I went on a few dates. Well, some friends of mine are dating experts, and one of them, Michelle, she always says, you know what, going on a date is the only reason you go on a date is to find out if you want to go on another date. Yeah. So that really struck home. And then I realized, oh, Barbara, that's exactly why you go to networking events. You go to a networking event to see if you want to meet somebody and talk to them again. Could they possibly be part of your tribe? Could they be somebody that you could do a joint venture with? Are they somebody that you would want to do a live show with? Like our guests that we're bringing on, I'm so excited. We're going to be doing a live show together. And we've done, and so it's like, those are the fun things in life, which is why you network.
Yes. And just to add to that, I'm going to go on the other side of the fence with networking too. I like when you said, seeing if you're going to go on that next date, see if you're going to go to the next networking, whatever they do. Exactly. And I think with some networks one time, and I sat there, but I was like,
what am I doing here?
Yeah.
I'm never coming to this again.
I just wasted an hour and a half or whatever it is. Right. So that tells me again, I don't think I'm going to do this again. This is not, and that's okay. That's why I wanted to say that it's okay, because a lot of people are like, well, I found there was a little something out of it. You know what? Just say it. It wasn't just for you.
It wasn't for me.
Push yourself into it.
Right. Exactly. Because we need to attract our tribe, the people who physically want what we have to offer. I don't care what it is. It could be a course. It could be like a talk. It could be a speech. It could be coming and getting a pair of shoes from your store. We want the people who want what we have to offer.
Yeah.
If they don't want it, what is the point?
Yeah.
You go on, you find the people. It always goes back to, and you know I say this all the time. It comes back to the fact that there are 7, 8, 9 billion people on this planet. There's plenty for all of us.
Yes.
Find the people who want what you have to offer. As long as your offering is an authentic thing that you have offered, that you are offering, that you have done you have done the work. That you know what you're talking about. Like with me, I have no trouble talking to people about loss of identity. Because after my husband passed away, I realized that I had no idea of who I was outside of all the labels that I had put on myself. Of being that daughter and being a wife and then being a mother and then being a divorced failure, but then being a successful wife again and then being a grandmother. And then when David died, and now I'm a widow. Who is Barbara in all of that? Yeah. So that's why now I have no problem working with people who are late career, that they're coming up to retirement, and they have absolutely no idea of who they are outside of their job title or their job description. And now they're facing retirement. What am I going to do?
Yeah.
Been there, done that. The circumstances were different, but it's the same feelings. It was the scariest moment of my life to realize that I had no idea of who I was.
Yeah.
And what I wanted to do for the rest of my life.
Yeah, I love every time you talk about, your journey, Barbara. It just really inspires me so much. It should inspire a lot of other people, because you just didn't sit back. See, you know how we always say you can either go right or go left, and you made a choice to say, I am not going to let certain things in my life that went through my life, ups and lows, stop me from moving forward in what I need to do. Yeah. Some people are like, well, I don't know this, or I'm too old, or I'm too young and stuff. I said, stop it. Just do. Just do. If you want to do it too. And what did we say before in the last show that we had? We said, you know what? It might not work out, but then again, it might just work out. But if you didn't take that next step, you're never going to find out. That's why I always say, because I do this all the time now. I used to be really, because I used to be shy. I know. People like, yeah, right, Barbara, you used to be, okay. But yeah, I used to be really shy. Barbara knows my story. And
can I tell? No, but you have to tell that story. I'm going to tell on her. She almost threw me under the bus. Barbara Beckley did not want to do this show.
No.
And now, seeing how we're going into our 6th year, I'm going to throw her under the bus. And she did not want to do this show. So now you can tell them why.
Now, see, you always do this to me.
Why you under the bus?
Okay, well, I'm gonna. You know what? Like you said, this is what do people say? This is what happened, right? No, I when I first started, like you said, Barbara, I was doing,
you were the producer. You were the producer.
And a lot of people want to do their own show, their own branding show, whatever they want to do. And I right away, because I was like, I've been watching you. We knew each other from other networking places and stuff. And I said, Barbara, this would be awesome. You know me, I'm always like lifting up and everything. Yep. And then when the time came, she was like, well, I don't want to just do it by myself. I want like a co-host, something like that. And she asked me, and I was like, oh, I didn't know, back in my mind, like, oh, well, I was really looking for you just to do your own. I wasn't looking like for me to come in, but you're like, no, I feel like we gel together, all that good stuff, which is awesome that she said that about me. That was amazing. So we started doing the show. She didn't know, behind closed doors in the back of my mind, I was slowly going to be like leaving out as a co-host and putting herself up more as her show. But then we did it for a year, and then 2, And then 3, as you can see what people are seeing now, I just didn't want to let it go. I went from, no, Barbara, you're
going to do it.
No, I
took
like
her 2 years to tell me this story. Took her 2 years to tell this story. And I said, you were going we did it on air. I mean, it was like, oh, what you were going to leave me? And she said, well, yeah. She said, but now I like doing it. So no, I'm not.
Yeah, I was, yeah, I admit. I admit. I always said, I don't sit back and, but yeah. So getting back to me being used to be shy.
That's what she used to be.
Yeah, okay. Really. So getting to that point, but I wanted to say that going back to the, just taking that extra plunge and just saying, just do it. And like I said, sometimes it might not go right. Well, what I do this, and I do this intentionally too, is if I know, like I can be in a networking, I can be anywhere where somebody's either selling something or talking about something or saying what they're doing or whatever. And maybe at the right time, I'm not ready to jump for that particular item because maybe it's not in my budget or whatever like that. Or maybe I do need a little help, like, can we do 1 or 2, but anything, that happens to all of us. And sometimes they don't even have it there where they might say, well, we can help you or whatever. So I always ask. I always, when they had a support email or whatever, I will send an email in a heartbeat and say, hey, I was in your network, whatever. I love what you put out there. I would love to jump on it. Is there any way possible that we can work this thing out, some kind of way?
Exactly.
Most of the time when I do that, 80% of the time when I do something like that, Barbara, they always come back with some other ways to work it out so I can get into whatever.
Right.
But see, if I didn't take the extra, this is all going back. If I didn't take that extra step by saying, you know what? All they can say is no.
Exactly.
That's all they say is no. And you'd be like, okay, thank you very much. And then move on, right?
Yeah.
But most of the time they don't want to say no, because think about it. Most of the people want their stuff to be, they want you to buy their stuff.
The thing is, so many people are afraid to ask for things. Yeah. And I have to admit, my older sister, she has taught me, because if you don't ask, the answer is always no.
Always no. Always.
If you ask with absolutely no attachment to the outcome, she would, we would check into hotels and she would say, well, is that your best price? Or she would say something, well, do you have any extras that we could take advantage of?
See?
And if they said, well, no, she'd say, oh, okay, fine. I just thought I would ask.
Yeah.
And that's how she did it. Brother, you wouldn't believe the things that people will give you if you ask.
Just ask. Yeah.
So now it's like, you know what? I'll just ask because I have no attachment. We're already here. We're already booked in.
Yeah.
But one time we were one of the biggest times that it really hit me was we were in Florida, and we got to the place. And we were just kind of checking in, and she did her thing. She said, gee, is this the best room? Is this the best thing that we can get? Well, they moved us from an inside room, and we were to the room right on the beach.
Ooh.
We looked out right over the beach. Wow. Not a penny extra for that beach.
Just because she asked the question.
Just because she asked the question.
See?
And I just went, well, now I've just learned that lesson. I have finally learned that lesson, because you know what? We were going to stay at that hotel no matter what, because we had booked in. But she said, oh, is this your best room for that price? Mm-hmm. Oh, brother, a lesson learned. So if this is for you, just ask. What have you got to lose? Yeah. What have you got to lose?
Yeah. I mean, and now I'm just so much, I think I'm just a big advocate now of just asking questions, because I think this goes back to the shyness again. I think I was so much of being shy and feel like I wasn't worthy. So that's the whole thing it was, Barbara. I felt like I wasn't worthy. I wasn't good enough. You know how all those icky things, thoughts in your head. And when you do finally blossom, it's like no stopping you now. Ain't
that's
no
right.
stopping.
Exactly.
And like I said, if you don't ask, because you know how I hate this one saying that people say this a lot of time. You know what it is too, Barbara.
No.
I know this is, I don't want to ask a stupid question, And I hit people so hard after that when they say that. I said, no question is
there are no solutions
because you didn't know. If you don't know, you need to ask the question. Period.
Right. Because you don't know what you don't know until someone else tells you something that you don't know.
And how are you going to find out if you don't ask the question?
You don't ask the question.
So some people, well, I think this is everybody again. Remember we talking about everybody? Well, everybody seems like they know, but I don't know. So I'm going to feel kind of weird if I ask the question and everybody seems like they do already. Well, that's them. They know. You didn't know. Ask the question.
The thing is, though, chances are they didn't know.
Yeah.
And they didn't have the courage to stand up and say, hey, you know what? I don't know.
They were waiting for somebody.
They were waiting for somebody else to step up. And then they go, oh, yeah, I was thinking that. I was thinking just that exact same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you asked that question, Barbara, because I was just thinking something similar, and all of a sudden, now it's like the floodgates open up.
And then it sparks conversation, and it sparks learning. Yike!
Yeah,
and then we can't possibly know everything.
And then going back to the networking part where you said it sparks communication, then it even sparks. You find out people what they do, and maybe some people that what you do. That can help you out, and they can help, either vice versa. What I'm trying to say.
Go back.
The conversation is there. Now you're getting to know that person more. Now they're saying, "Oh, I had the same issue that you had, Barbara, or Queen Elizabeth when she comes up, or what have you." Just example. So you have to ask those questions. That's how you learn and grow. Right. No questions a stupid question. I'm putting that out there.
No questions are stupid questions
anymore.
Right. Exactly. And it comes back to just get out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
Because on the other side of your comfort zone is opportunity for success.
Yeah.
And if that takes asking a question, then do it. Become knowledgeable.
Yeah. Yeah. In order to practice that too, since we keep talking about top of networking, go to the networking. Go to different networks. Anyone, and just see how you flow. You might flow another one. I went to one network. I didn't really like the network part, what they were doing, but I met two individuals that I would have never met if I didn't go to network. And now we know each other now for years and years down the road. We didn't do nothing else with that network. We just met each other. So sometimes the purpose of going somewhere is just to meet certain individuals that might move the needle in your life, be it as a friend, be it as a business partner, be it as, associate, anything. But
you and I met in a networking group.
Yes,
you and I met in a.
I'm not even part of that network. Well, I'm kind of part of it, but not as much
part of it, but not actively. We're not. Neither one of us are actively in that. But it was there, and you and I met.
And look at what happened just from meeting each other. That now we have our own TV streaming podcast show, and you would never know. But like you said, if you don't take the steps, if you don't go out there and put yourself out there, you can be missing out on some opportunities that you never knew was going to happen to you. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. So with that, we got to bring on Queen Elizabeth.
After a word from our sponsors.
Oh, look at how professional that is.
I'm getting better at that. That's because that has not been my wheelhouse.
Yeah, but you're flowing right into it. So
I'm rolling.
You're rolling.
Friday, everyone. Your real worth isn't defined by your net worth. What makes you valuable is how you use what you have been given. All of us have gifts. Make sure you're making the most of yours. Have an amazing Friday.
It is now the bottom of the hour. I'm excited to welcome Nancy Matthews to our program today. Nancy is an author of a book. I'm going to go ahead and highlight it in the carousel for you guys. There it is, The One Philosophy. I want to talk to Nancy not only about the re-release of the book, but also what it's been like for her to share the message with all of you guys. Nancy, great to have you on with us.
Hello, hello, hello. So happy to be here.
Elizabeth. She's on.
Yay!
I had the queen be muted now. No muting. Hello, Lady Queen. Welcome.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Yes.
How are you all doing? Good morning.
Good morning.
2025. Wow. I say
it's an amazing year. And guess why I say it is an amazing year?
Yes.
Because I'm a networker by calling. And today, we're talking about networking.
Yeah.
So if that is not a sign that I'm in the right profession, you ask me, what is that?
Yes. She's in the right room.
Yeah, I'm in the right room. It's an amazing day. It's an amazing year. Let's go live it.
Ooh. Yeah. Boy, charge. Yeah. See, you got me wanting to just you get me all excited, Queen. Wow.
Yeah.
See, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. And before we start with, why you do what you do, because you have a wonderful gift in you that you're helping others. I just want to go back to networking real quick. I wouldn't have met some amazing people and guests if it wasn't for Barbara Ellison bringing you on right today, Queen Elizabeth. So thank you so much. Here's another example of you don't know the people that you will meet that will come in contact that would kind of help you in your life. So yeah,
that is true.
Yeah,
that is true. Yeah. So I love Barbara, and now I have another Barbara.
Yeah, we got
You know what's funny is that we were both Barbaras, and then all of a sudden we heard people saying, "Oh, they're the BBs," and then it's kind of just stuck for years now that we're the BBs.
Yeah, BBs. Yeah, that's true.
BBs.
Yeah.
And it's just been such a blast. Although one of the funny ones that one of our guests one day, remember when we had Barbara on, that was the bookkeeper?
Oh yeah, we had 3 Barbaras.
There were 3 Barbaras. It was hysterical.
So when we would talk, we were like, okay, which Barbaras? So we had to do like
that is correct.
Exactly. So yeah. But that's the fun of networking.
Mm-hmm.
That is the fun of networking, because you never know where it's going to lead you.
Yeah, never know.
And what people don't know about networking is you meet people that become a resource.
Right.
Yes.
So it's not everybody that does your business. It's not everybody that buys from you. It's not everybody that you buy from. But there are some people, like I have friends that love me like my blood. Most of them I never met. But guess what? If I go to some cities, I don't have to be in a hotel, right? Because I have relationships that they are waiting for me to touch ground to show me how much I'm loved. Oh. And there's some people who they would rather sneak into Atlanta than let me hear that they are coming, because if they come and they don't touch their foot in the palace where I live, it's going to be war. So they would rather sneak in and out. And when they leave, they say, "Oh, I forgot." No, they didn't. They just didn't. They just didn't, probably plan the trip long enough to accommodate coming to see me. But that's what networking does. Networking makes you meet people that really love you for you, not because of what they're going to get from you, not because of what they're going to give to you, but they just love you. The love that a child has for the mother, they just love their parents. The parent just loves their child or their children. So that's why I was so excited listening to you all in the first segment where you're talking about networking. I'm like, wow. Do they know what networking is? Networking is a powerhouse.
Yes,
it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Because some of my best friends I have met that we've never actually physically met, and yet we met in networking rooms.
Yeah.
Yet we are now, it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years later, and we're still the best of friends, and yet we've never been in the same room with each other. But
that is what I'm talking about.
We've done it virtually.
Yeah.
And that's the power of it. Like one of the networking things that is like, it's like being in a mastermind. Whoa.
Yeah.
Because we learn from each other. We learn from each other, and we support each other, and we cry with each other, and we laugh with each other.
Well, that is true.
And that's the power That's the power of networking.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Y'all
So
gonna make me
thank you.
cry. Y'all gonna make me cry. It's just so hard, just to hear both of you say that. It's just, you're so right about it. It's awesome. Yeah. But
It's
Queen,
a
we
very-
gotta hear about you, Queen.
Yes.
Yeah,
Elizabeth,
just a little backstory of you.
So Elizabeth Usoro. Who is Elizabeth Usoro? I'm a first generation immigrant. You know, when I came, no, let me start. Before I came to America, you know, like when you watch the Hollywood movies and then you see the streets of America like heaven, like paved in gold. So I had this real high expectation of America. Oh, girl, you need to see my dream. So I need to tell everybody, dreams do come true.
yes.
Dreams, they really do come true. How many of us remember Atlanta 96? I was a little girl. I was in Nigeria. Nigeria won the Olympic. I think, yes, that is what it was. Nigeria won. No, they didn't win the Olympic. Forget that I said that. They won the soccer event. They won the gold medal for soccer. And whether or not I understood what was going on there, everybody was glued to their screen. Oh, it's a goal. Oh, and it's Nigeria playing and Nigeria is winning. And, you know, everybody is happy and everybody is jumping. What do? You jump because they're jumping and everybody is happy. So when the news came on and everybody was saying, oh, Nigeria won, all I saw was Atlanta 96. But you know what happened 20 years later? I live in Atlanta.
Oh, look at that.
Yes.
Wow.
Because from that time, I told myself I was going to go to school in Atlanta. And I have my associate's degree from GMC in Atlanta. So what is it that you have your eyes on? You can get it. You really can get it. So, okay, now look at how old was I? I wasn't even a teenager, but I was excited. Everybody was. And that name stuck in my mind. The process, I didn't know what it was going to be. But I told myself I was going to go to school here. It took a lot of meandering for the dreams to come true. Actually, I had given up on it. But dreams don't die.
No.
Dreams don't die. People do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. That's so, that's powerful. Yeah. That is powerful, Queen.
Don't give up on your dream. Whatever is a dream to you today, you can actualize it. It can come to pass. And the best thing to happen is let it come to pass in your lifetime.
Right. So often, we have been like an instant gratification kind of society, that if it doesn't happen in the first year, oh well, you know what? Oh, it's not going to happen. But I love what you said, Elizabeth, because I can remember as a kid. I'm going to date myself here. I remember when first that it came out that we were going to have a TV. I mean, we were one of the first people to have a TV. Oh, this was huge.
Yeah, that was huge at that time.
I date myself here. But I can remember thinking to myself, wouldn't it be nice to be on a TV show?
That's it.
And here I am.
That is it.
And here I am.
A dream is a seed.
Yes, yes.
So when you plant that seed, water the seed. Okay. I know everybody had planted some form of garden or maybe in school as a science project. Nobody goes up to dig up the bean seed, the corn seed. Nobody goes to see if it's actually, but you just plant it. And with faith, you put some water in it. With faith, you put some manure, fertilizer on it. With faith, you even take away the weeds.
Ooh, see, this is
but
good.
After some time, you're going to see your plants grow out. And it's going to blossom, and it's going to bear fruits, and you're going to reap. And if it was a commercial plant, now you have enough to sell, and be a blessing to other people as well. So don't give up on that seed.
Right.
Ooh.
Do we remember the story of the parable? You know, Jesus is a storyteller. He says that a farmer, he went out and he planted some seeds. But then not all of them, according to Jesus's ratio, 25% gave more than enough, gave more than what 75% did.
Right. Exactly.
So, but the testimony is in the 25%.
5%, yeah.
So if you didn't plant, it's going to be 25% of what?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, so true.
Exactly.
You
So
know,
don't give up on your dream.
now I want to, Queen Elizabeth, I want to go back. This is some good gold nuggets. I want to go back to when you were talking about the watering and the maneuver, you know, of the seed and the weeds. That right there's a teaching of its own. That can be our teaching right there of getting rid of the weeds. And in our lives, and I want you to expound a little bit on that because you know where I'm going with this, because you got to get rid of the things around the seed so it can grow and be more healthy, right? So in our lives, what do we have to get rid of to make sure that
tell me about the weeds.
Yeah.
The haters are the weeds.
Ooh.
They don't hate on you. They just hate the fact that you try.
Mic drop on
Mike,
that's huge.
I want to run around right now in a circle. Ooh.
That is so huge.
Let me be quiet. I gotta put myself on mute because Queen got to finish that. God, so you hit it. You hit it. Keep it going, Queen.
They hate the fact that you try.
Yes.
So when somebody tells you no, it doesn't mean that they don't like you. That's why they said no. It doesn't also mean no, that they don't like your opportunity or what you have to sell. It just means no because they are not ready. So it's on them, not on.
Right.
Yeah.
So if we as icons, right? I'm a prestigious person, I'm an elite. So somebody tells me no, does it bring me down? Does it make me less a prince? Does it make me less a queen? No, it doesn't. That is their choice. That is their opinion. And guess what? They have the right to it.
Yeah, correct.
I shouldn't let it rub off on me.
That's it. Yeah.
So who was having a bad day? And then I show up in my elegance and I say, hey, do you want this? And they say, no, it shouldn't take the smile out of my face because I'm not responsible for their bad day.
Right.
And they're going to make me have a bad day.
But you know what the thing is? People that don't know that they don't know. Oh, have you met anyone like that? The people that don't know that they don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't win it. You can't win a contest with those people. So why even try?
Thank you. That's what I say. That's what I say. It's like if somebody is not going to listen to you, no matter what, you cannot say the right thing to the wrong person because they just won't listen. They won't accept it. They just have their own view, their own opinion, and they're not going to change it.
We all met people.
Don't try.
So those are the weeds.
Those are the weeds.
So somebody doesn't like you for any reason. I'm not the reason why you don't like me. That is on you. I'm not going. And guess what? They have the right not to like you. So
yeah, don't take that right away from right. They can do that.
Yeah. So don't go. So people that love you, they love you. People that don't love you, they don't love you. You didn't do nothing wrong.
Right.
So don't think you did anything wrong. It's not you, it's them.
Can I give you one little small fun example? And if this just hit me that this is exactly what happened. My glasses. I love these glasses. And one day I had them on and I was doing a show of some kind. And afterwards it was like, the person said, "Gee, Barb, you know what? Those glasses are a little not professional."
Wow. Yeah.
And I went, "Oh, thanks for sharing that."
Yeah.
'Cause I love these glasses. And so now it's like, yeah, if you don't like them, that's your issue. It's
Mhm.
not mine.
That is true.
Not
That's
mine.
it. Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
So when you meet people, you're trying to find out, do I want to be with this person again?
Right.
Yes.
So it's your choice the second time. The first time, maybe it wasn't because you just went on an event.
You never know
And
who's there.
so, yeah. And then don't forget that maybe they had a bad day and then transferred aggression. But even though they say there's no second first impression, sometimes they come up a little strong and they now undo what they did the first time. But then you have the power. So you have the power to meet the person a second time. You have the power to allow the person to redeem himself or herself. You have that power. Nobody can take that power away from you.
Yeah.
So I love the fact that I have the power.
Right.
I serve in my community and I love to serve. But guess what? You know what happens to the servant? The servant is trampled upon. The servant is looked down on. The servant is, but it gives me joy because the Bible says the words of Jesus that the greatest one amongst you is a person who serves.
Yeah, that's it. Serving.
So when I serve, it makes me the greater person.
Right.
Whether you look down on me, whether you trample upon me, it's not about you. It's about my service. And that the fact that the universe, God, says I'm greater for serving. So I'll come back tomorrow and I'll serve some more.
Yes.
Yeah, because just because you're not serving them, that doesn't mean you're not serving somebody else that needs you.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. So when we go on networking events, the most important thing is, who can I serve?
Right.
Who can I serve? And when you find your tribe, you were talking about the tribe earlier on. When you find your tribe, you will feel at home.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you do.
You feel
Yeah.
at home.
So your home is not all the houses on the block, right? Your home is just one that you have the key to, that you open the lock and you feel warm and welcomed when you get there. That's where you belong.
I like that. That's a good analogy of that. I like that. It's not like you're here, there, all the different, places. Like there's your home right there.
Yeah.
Feel comfortable.
And when you're at home, you're at home.
Yeah.
So
you're at home with service.
Yeah, like now I feel at home.
Oh, see, that's nice. See, you're gonna make me cry before the show is over. I know it's coming. That's nice. Yeah. And that's what we always say. Me and Barbara always say, because it's time to have, time to shine happiness show. And we really just want to take the happiness more so than the not so happy. We want to increase that for people in lives. And because that's what it's all about. Because we put so much energy in, I feel this way, I feel that. Okay, let's flip that. Can we flip it? Say, we're breathing, happy that I'm walking, can't be happy that I can hear. See, I always tell people I can always give you things to be grateful for. if they're confused or something, or like, well, I don't know what to be grateful for. Okay, let's start with this. You're breathing. Do this. Oh, I am breathing. Oh, I have a heart pumping. See, come on now.
People don't appreciate all that they have. They only see what they don't have.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They focus.
Right. And one of the things that I share so often with people is that quit beating yourself up for the things that you're not.
Yeah.
Let's celebrate the things that you are. We all have skills and talents. Let's celebrate those things and quit comparing yourself to the people around you. Well, they have 1 million followers on, TikTok. Well, so what?
Yeah.
Does that make them a better person? And are they serving more people?
Yeah.
I love that, Elizabeth, because they might have but are they interacting with those million people?
Million people.
Yeah. I said, do they even know any?
Do they even know? They don't even know. Probably less than 10% of them,
No,
Yeah.
1%.
or maybe even 1%.
That's even lower. Yeah. I know like 5 people out of 10 million. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know.
And they're my family.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Exactly.
We're some best
Exactly.
friends. Yeah, that is
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah. And I
But
think so often people have a vision of themselves,
yeah, I was gonna
and
say.
they don't celebrate that vision.
Yeah, see, that's good. Yeah.
So that's why they don't get to the next level, because you have to celebrate yourself for where you are, and then you will see where you need to be next.
Right.
But because you don't even know where you are right now, because everything is what you are not, then where you're going to becomes a blur.
Yeah. So true. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
And
my.
so often we do it.
Yeah. But see, you said, you know how you said celebrate yourself, but you gotta see this all goes back to, okay, and you gotta love yourself.
Yes.
You know, I said, I asked some people, do you even like yourself? let's get
They
this
don't.
going. And some people don't, you know. And I'm
Yeah, some
like,
people
okay,
don't.
so how's all this other stuff gonna happen with you if you don't even love you?
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
So when we say all of this and we compare them to money,
Yes.
oh yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's get to that because I know that's the wealth builder right here, Queen Wealth Builder.
So when we talk about all of these things that we don't have and we compare it to what we do have, what we are lacking is not a lot.
Mm.
Yeah, what we are lacking is not a lot, because people don't. Okay, like I have a 90-day life that started last year on the 27th of December. It's every day different topics. We're talking about how to set a goal, how to be smart in our objectives for the new year. Because now this is barely 1 week into the year. Everybody is trying to kill themselves, trying to fulfill their New Year resolution.
Yes.
But let's have a conversation on Valentine's Day and see where they are. They
See,
probably have-
let's talk about that. We were just talking about that. Yeah. And if they're not where they're supposed to be, or in their mind where they're supposed to be,
also they give up on every other thing.
Yep, there you go. They give it up. It's like, oh, forget it. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna try it now.
But you know what? You know what was wrong with that? That's why I started last year. And I said for 90 days, we are going to have conversations every day, Monday to Sunday, 90 days straight, because we don't even understand what a baseline is. What's a baseline? I want a car. What car do you want? So how are you moving around? Oh, I have a bike or whatever it is you have. Okay. So why do you need a car? Then when you have the reasons why you need to upgrade, then we can work towards the upgrade. But you know what? Some people want a lot of things for the wrong reason. I want it because my neighbor has it.
Yes. The keep up with the Joneses.
So
Yep.
I had to tell everybody, hey, let's start together. Let's have a baseline. Let's know what a SMART goal is. Then you set the SMART goals. Then we now say, okay, now let's do SMART money goals. How much do you earn? How much do you want to earn? Because now you're already making 1,000, right? Every month. And then you want to be at 1,500. What is the difference?
Yeah, $5,000. I mean, $500. You gotta.
That's it. That's 500. You don't want 1,500, but because they didn't even see what they had in their hand, they don't know what is missing.
Right.
Yeah.
So I want 1,500. I want 1,500. I want 1,500. Okay, so that's great. So let's get from 0 to 1,500. What do you have?
Yeah. What's your starting point?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
So now
often.
what we're looking for is 500. So how do we get this 500? Do you want to work a few extra hours in a week? Do you want to take a side gig? So this side gig, do you want a training for it? And then how much is the training? And why do you even want the extra 500? What is missing?
Right.
So when we sit down and have that conversation, because somebody will say, oh, I want to make 100,000 by the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And this is somebody who is at 38,000.
Yeah.
It's not that it's impossible, but then now you need to know that in 365 days, this is how much you have to work to get it. You don't sleep and wake up and have it fall on your lap.
Yes. Yeah. Wow.
So, but because
I was going to say, Queen, real quickly, I was going to add when you were saying, do you have to get a side gig? Do you have to bring in more client, whatever you got to do? Or do you need to subtract something that's not doing you any good that you're spending money on? You might have that $1,500, but what are you spending, certain things on that you don't even, that's like me and Barbara was saying a little while ago, that you don't even need. So that up $100 right there, or maybe $50 right there.
Right.
Yeah.
How much are you spending on subscriptions?
Oh,
that was me last year.
He told me last year. We just outed both of us right now. Let's start with that, right, Queen?
Let's start with that. Yep.
We all, you know what? It's just not me the BBs here. She hit it. Queen Elizabeth hit it. Yep. There's so many. You can look. I mean, they're taking out your account. You don't even. You're like, well, what was that $25 for? What was that $10 for?
What was that $7 for? And then you look at the subscriptions, is probably like $877. And then what are we talking about?
Yep.
Oh, you hit it. Yes.
I did that last year. I had to have a house cleaning.
Bob, just put your hand up and just say, yeah.
I had to have a house cleaning of my financials. And it was like, and I had to have a hard look at myself and go, really? Why are you spending $200 on these two tools? Are you really? They were tools, business tools, but was I really using them? No.
So at the end of the day, this new year, we have to be very intentional about everything that we do.
She just said it. What we talked about. Intentional.
So if you're not intentional, life is just going to slip by past you, and you will wonder what happened.
And then wasted all the Yeah.
So it's not just about our money; it's also about our health.
Yes. Okay, hit on that too. Yes.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, you let everything just happen like that. I wake up when I want to. I do this because I feel like. No. Because if you're not checking yourself for everything that you're doing, then you're doing nothing. It's like, oh, I need to be at my job. I need to show up. The clock in is 8 o'clock. The clock out is 5 o'clock. You show up for that, right? Because if you don't show up, you will not have any job. You will be able to pay your bills. Then you say, I want to increase my income by 10,000 by the end of the year, and that's an extra 800. So for the 800, I need a side gig. I need to do this. Then this side gig, you're working for yourself, and then you want to work for yourself 2 days a week because you're already given the other 5 to your employer. The 2 days, it's cold, so I need to cover off some shit. When it gets warmer, when the temperature gets to 70 degrees, then I'm going to come out and make me some money. But when it was someone else's job, you were there by 8 o'clock, even if there was snow outside.
Yep. Right there, your face. You're thinking, you hit on some toes again, Queen Elizabeth.
Hit my toes.
So intentionality is a rule of the game for 2025.
Rule of the game, intentionality. I love, yes. That's my new word now. See, because every year I pick a new word for the whole year for myself. This year I picked action. I said, that's what my word. But you know what? Intentional action. I need to just add that to it.
Yeah.
I love that. Yes.
Yeah. Intentionality is a rule of the game. So let's be intentional. Because when we are intentional, we can achieve our dreams, we can achieve our goals, we can even surpass our goals. Because we don't break it down to daily actionable activities, then it becomes like this huge mountain in front of us.
Oof.
But if you broke it down and then you did what you need to do today,
right,
you will be motivated in 30 days to see what you've achieved. Then you would know that you got it. But when you do nothing, in 30 days, you will be discouraged and you will say it doesn't work. But what doesn't work?
That's right.
Yeah.
It didn't work because you didn't walk it. You didn't put it to work. So it's important, everybody. Let's be intentional.
Yes.
You can follow me on Facebook. I'm live every day. Every day. Mostly it's 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm live. And it's for 10 minutes, 15 at the most. Because you don't want to break down the mountain in one day.
No.
Right.
You just want a little bit today, a little bit tomorrow, a little bit. And then today we are talking about budgeting. Then tomorrow we are talking about, review of what you did yesterday. And then the other day. And these little steps, at the end of the day, it becomes a lot. Yes. And guess what? It becomes a new habit.
Right.
Yes. You're creating that new habit. And it's not so much of a strain.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
So when you do something the first time, it's a lot. But when you do it over and over again, it becomes easier. So I love everything that you ladies have said today. I love to network. So if somebody who loves people, I'm your tribe.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
And I just want to say, to remind people, this is a queen. She's a licensed financial advisor. She's a wealth builder. So if you're looking for not just the money, though, but everything else in your life that you want to be wealthy in, and I always say that wealth is not just money. And I know Queen Elizabeth will help teach you, guide you, everything that she has. So I just wanted to put that out there to everybody.
Thank you. Thank you, BB.
See, I'm BB. That's BE.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we got to bring you back, Queen. You are amazing. See, Barbara, you did it. I always tell you, you never fail.
Yes.
You never fail when you bring on the good queens and kings. Yeah. Awesome.
So I try to have good conversations with them, and to just see what value and if they feel the same way about helping people that I do, and if what they do helps others, and that to me is the criteria of coming on this show.
Yeah, because we did have a few that
Oh, we've had a few, but over the 6 years,
like 1%.
Very few.
Yeah, very few.
Very few.
Yeah.
So,
wow.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see again, Queen Elizabeth. Thank you so much.
It's an amazing ride. So thank you, Elizabeth.
Yeah. And we'll see you again. Time to Shine happening. So every Wednesday at 8 o'clock Central Time, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. I got the time right finally. Where we always bring on us as co-hosts, the BBs, and then also some wonderful, amazing guests. As you've seen today, is Queen Elizabeth, her throne. We learned about her throne today. So with that said, we'll see you next week. Take care.
Well, goodbye, everybody, and thank you so much for listening to the Time to Shine Happiness Show. I'm your host, Barbara Ellison, and I look forward to seeing you next time, where we will have a great guest talking about making happiness the norm rather than the exception. Because we believe that each and every one of us deserves to lead a happy, healthy, debt-free, abundant life, whatever that means to you. So join us again. And please, to get reminded, hit the subscribe button or the like button wherever you're listening to us. And we will see you next time. Have a great week. Bye, everybody.